Let's see how easy it is to streamline your BAS preparation with Books Review. Firstly, in the Bookkeeping tab in QBOA, you're presented with traffic light style icons to see where the books are up to. By clicking on one of these brings up the Transaction Review, Account Reconciliation, and Final Review options. Select View Details, go to the QuickBooks Online Company file and the Books Review area, which is an accountants-only area. To get started, you select the period that you're working on. And then there's 4 areas you're guided through: Transaction Review, Account Reconciliation, Final Review, and Wrap Up. Under Client Requests, you can create or view any requests sent to your client, such as asking for their bank statement to be sent to you. You can change the status of the request as required. Let's now get started with Transaction Review. Here you're looking to allocate all uncategorized transactions. This example shows everything is allocated, so we mark this as done. Then if we scroll down here under the Open Issues area, this is where QuickBooks surfaces anomalies for you to review. As there are no uncategorized transactions, we can mark this as done. Transactions without payees shows nothing, so again, we mark this as done. Scroll down further and you will find Transactions without GST, which you can resolve these very easily. Here we'll select this first one and reclassify this one to the correct GST category and click Apply. The second one will do the same, but allocate to GST-free purchases. And now select Done for this section. Here is Duplicate Transactions. For the first option, we can ask the client for more information and click Share to send this message. We can see we are now waiting for information on that particular transaction. But for this example, we are going to mark it and select to delete that one. But ensure that is correct, because once you delete it, you won't be able to undo it. So now the Duplicate Transactions area is complete, so we can mark this as done. And as you continue to see the undeposited funds and unapplied payments, you can mark these as done. Then under Shortcuts, you can tailor which reports you would like to review, and you can mark each of those as done. You can also create hyperlinks, so you can go directly to the report where, in this case, you can further review the transactions. Once you check the report over, go back to Books Review and mark those as done, and that's the Transaction Review area done. Next, go to the Account Reconciliation tab. Here is where you can reconcile your bank accounts, but you can also reconcile any other balance sheet items that you may want to reconcile. This is a fantastic area for accountants and bookkeepers to collaborate, so an accountant can see where bookkeepers are up to with the accounts reconciliation. So let's quickly reconcile these accounts. Enter the closing balance and the statement date, and click Start Reconciling. We can see here everything is perfectly reconciled, and we can save that reconciliation by clicking Finish Now and Done. Once that's done, we can mark that section as done, and we can move to the Final Review area. This is where you can look at accounts payable and receivable that are 90 days or older. You can see a bill here, which we will look into. It has a closing balance of over $43,000, and you can see it's on a payment plan, so this bill is under control and it can be marked as done. Under Accounts Receivable, we can see an outstanding invoice which we know the customer is going to pay shortly, so we can mark this as done. Finally, the AR and AP reports can be marked as done, which completes the Final Review area. Then it's on to the final step, Wrap Up. Go to Prepare Reports, and we will select BAS Work Papers, which shows a preview on the right. The first thing to do is customize the report name, and then select the required reporting period. You also have options to customize other report details here. Then scroll down to have a look at the reports that make up this pack. For this demo, we are going to delete the profit and loss and the balance sheet, and leave the other reports. You can select Print Preview to see how it will look. Once you are happy, go back to the Export Work Papers screen, and you have a few options to choose from here under Save and Close. Let's select Save As, change the file name if required, and then click Save. You can see this saved report in the Reports area under the Management Reports tab. Back at the Export Work Papers screen, if you would like to send the report pack to your client, under Save and Close, select Send. This will bring up a window for you to enter the email details of who you would like to send it to, and to customize the message, with the report attached as a PDF file. Now select Send Email. In the Wrap Up section, you can mark the Prepare Reports and Send Report Package tasks as done. Now we are ready to prepare the BAS. Select Go to Tax Center, where all of the current GST information will be displayed. Now click on Prepare BAS, and from here, All the information is pre-filled for you to review before hitting Next. You can add any tax installments, then click Next to see a summary of the BAS that you can check over before lodgement. When you are ready to lodge, the Next button has two options: Mark as Lodged or Export to QuickBooks Tax. To learn more about QuickBooks Tax, you can click on this link, which will take you to an overview of QuickBooks Tax powered by Lodgit. Back at the BAS screen, we are ready to mark our BAS as lodged, and we can now export that directly to QuickBooks Tax. QuickBooks Tax is secured by a two-factor authentication process, so you will receive a code to enter that will give you access. All the data automatically flows through from QuickBooks Online into the BAS form. You can see the report has been successfully imported. You can review the BAS by working through the tabs at the top here. Then select Validate to ensure all the data is correct. We can then pre-lodge that, and then you're in a position to send it for an e-signature for the client to approve and for you to lodge. And that's it. That's how you streamline your BAS preparation using Books Review.